Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Heartwell dev stream, the live stream series where we're continuing to develop this adorable Souls-like action RPG with platform mechanics and multiple endings. If you find these dev streams interesting or helpful, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and boop that bell button to stay notified. Now, I'll turn out the music for just a second, because I have an important announcement. After many months of reprogramming and planning, we finally reworked all the strings with the custom fonts. Yes, every single part of this menu now has information about, uses the new custom fonts, and it looks pretty good, as you can see. As you can see, like, even like all the health text is all working correctly, the spacing is all correct. And this is really important because this was a massive undertaking. I'll also mention that the full screen rework, the screen resizing rework is in place. It just doesn't automatically do from the run events here. So if I were to start from the main game, you see we go straight into full screen, and we'll just load up this file just for the sake of argument. And as you can see, everything looks, it's quite nice. We've got the new fonts all set up. We've got everything all adapted. So now that we're basically through a lot of this rework, the obvious question is, what next, Antomicx? So there are a couple of things being worked on. Off stream, I actually did some calculations for what the XP amounts, what the new XP amounts will be for the Rattlesnake, Cabrattle, and Cobra. And the conclusion I came to is that the amount of XP they're worth is going to increase by a factor of 5. So for example, this Rattlesnake here, as we can see, well, that says 44 XP. That's because we have a 2.2x multiplier here. Normally, a Rattlesnake is worth only about 20 XP. My current thought is that the Rattlesnakes will be worth 100 XP after I implement those changes. I think, let's see, I think the Cobras will be worth about 120 XP, and the Cabrattles will be about 175 XP. And that's at base, not without, like, lore bits. Obviously, with Wisdom and Insights, that'll be even more. But that's just as a baseline. And that basically, that'll mean that the players will have much higher expected levels before they reach the first boss. So there should feel like a lot more opportunity to experiment and try different things with many opportunities here with the different stats and such to upgrade. But as a side effect to that, the bosses themselves will need some changes to account for that. So some things I'll be doing off stream are figuring out how much health the bosses should have, given the new expected player and weapon levels with the increased XP rates. Increasing the amount of XP both bosses reward. They currently reward, Matsmith rewards a little under 2,000, and I think Skull Splitter rewards about 2,000. After I implement the XP changes for the Rattlesnake, Cabrattle, and Cobra, I think they'll each be worth about 12,000 XP each. So that'll obviously be a lot of XP to either do initial levels with the weapons unlocked from defeating those bosses, or just add a couple more levels to your fists and rocks if you so choose. And finally, of course, the bosses will, both bosses will each be getting a second phase. Now, mind you, the second phase for each boss won't be that much of it won't be like super overly complex or anything like that, but it will definitely add a bit more depth to both of them, and also teach the players some important lessons about, about the combat and platforming in this game. Now, with that being said, our goal is actually going to be tonight is going to be to start programming a new tab in the manifest menu here. So far we have 3 tabs. We're actually going to add one that's all the way over here. So let's close on out of this for a second and pull on some music as I go over on over to graphic scale. So, for those who have been on my Discord server, you've probably already seen a picture of this, but this is the settings and exit menu. And the idea behind this, it's very much inspired by the Dark Souls setting or exit menu, in it that there's one part in the menu where you can exit the game, return to the main menu, as well as look at some basic details about things. For our purposes, I'm lumping in also the settings as well, since I feel like these are things that should be allowed to be changed by the player while they're playing the game rather than simply being in the main menu. Because it might get a little annoying if you have to go all the way back to the main menu to adjust like your music volume or your sound effects volume, for example. Now, knowing that, there is definitely going to be some programming involved with getting this all working, because not only do each of these record details will we have to program the text splitter objects to present the right information, and we'll also have to program some counters here to show which setting this is at. But we're also, a side effect of this is I'm actually going to have to write some more manifest help text, just like we have for the other menus, to display here, and that'll be something fun, but that'll be left for later, of course. For right now, we're going to focus on copying things out. So, as always, let's start from here, and I think for our purposes, we'll actually start on the test frame this time. I know we haven't been here in a while, but the test frame is an area with very little things going on, and that can help with programming things. Alright, so the very first thing we will do, so we'll start with the stopped animation. Now, the default direction here is 0, then 1, then 2. That means for our settings and exit, we'll actually make that direction a 5. So, grab that. That's just to give space for at least 2 other menu tabs if we so choose. Alright, now we'll start with the outline. Copy that, paste that. Cool. That's the details. Copy that. Paste that. Paper details, copy that. Paste that. Then the text, copy that. Paste that. Then our buttons, copy that. Paste that. Now we are missing one detail here, and that is the tab, which I believe is under elemental. Oh, okay. Help bots. Yes, okay, there we go. And help bots text. Perfect. And then, bada bing, bada boom, we have our first info here. That's obviously not all we need, because we do actually need to, in the other frames, make sure that this button is shown grayed out in those frames. So we'll focus on that next. Let's see here. So we know that the end of this lines up with the start of that, so that'll be our reference point. Oh, actually, better yet. Just to make this easier on ourselves. Just do that. Copy that. There we go. Hello, Copper Nicholson. Thanks for dropping by. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. We are in the process of implementing a new tab on the manifest menus. Welcome, welcome. Oh, nice. How was your lunch? Did you enjoy it? I mean, in terms of meals of the day, I think I go back and forth between lunch or dinner being my favorite meals of the day. What about you, Copper Nicholson? All right. Now we have that. To ease the copying over here. Copy that over there. Paste that, but very importantly, do this. That way we have a nice clear image. Copy that. Paste that. I'll say that. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, and did you enjoy eating your lunch? Oh, I seem to have missed something here. Whoops a daisy. Let's try that again. Perfect. There we go. Well, I hope you're able to enjoy your meal then, Copper Nicholson. Alrighty. So we have that all implemented on that frame. Now we'll do the same in the other frames. Put that on over there. So, boop. 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 Alright. Steak bits with white rice and steamed broccoli. That sounds delicious. Alright. And since that's all there and looks good, we will... Yep, you did mention that before, Copper Nicholson. It's all there. Alright, now plus okay. Let's just take a look at how that looks. Yep, so there we see the little tab there. We obviously clicking on it does nothing right now because we haven't programmed anything. Cool. Alrighty. I think there's a cannon shipped, Copper Nicholson, between Derek and I believe it was the daughter of Gul Dukat. So I guess that, but I never really paid much mind to that. All right. Yep. So just that. that step, we need to do some programming, or at least some thoughts about programming, because there are a bunch of different combinations that this frame could be under, and we'll need to do some calculations for that. Let's see here. That be saying, Antomicx, what do you mean calculations? So, the thing is, whereas some of these UI elements are like counters and stuff that can be adjusted, these buttons here are actually part of the background image, so we have to account for those. So 1, 2, 3, 4 animations for just clicking on these buttons, and then whichever combinations there are, so it's a total of 16 different layouts here. I think the way to handle this will be to reserve items 5 through 8 to represent different states that this could be in. And then programming around that. So, oh, that should be looped as well. Silly me. There we go. So we'll paste that over there. Cool. All right, and now let's grab some buttons. As Robotnik would say, no time for talking, it's time to push buttons. All right. So first we'll turn the off switch on and the on switch off. I'll grab on that. We'll grab the on switch. And for those who are wondering why I'm so intent on using like different animation combinations, that's to save on active objects or unique active objects in the frame. So by doing this and tying it all into the manifest UI object itself, that contains all these possible combinations in one object, as opposed to having to create like, okay, now I need UI for these buttons and UI for this button. It's like, no. Let's see. Well, you have to remember the time period that came out in Copper Nicholson, and I'll leave it at that. Now, as we see here, there's off and on, there's on and off. Now we'll do the same combination just over on the left. So, You know, I'm just saying, Antomicx, how's this any different for the others? It'll be different because we'll be switching around the immersive and passive buttons. So immersive will be inactive and passive will be active. And then we'll essentially just use an equation to calculate which frame should be displayed. There's immersive, and now we'll get the passive. Bada bing, bada boom. Ah, let's see here. Hooray! Passive button has been placed. And now grabbing that. Whee. Perfect. Next up. I'm just going to be working on developing Heartwell Copper Nicholson. Okay, so now that we've got that, we're going to copy some frames over. See here. Like I said, I'm just going to continue to work on Heartwell Copper Nicholson. What was my favorite Team Fortress 2 item? There's honestly two different items I could say to be my favorite, depending on what kind of gameplay style I'm going for. The first is the Wrangler for the Engineer, because that lets you manually control the sentry turrets, and that's like an amazing defensive tool and gives you so much flexibility in terms of what you can use the sentry turret for. And as for the other item would be, I think it was called the Cloak and Dagger. It was basically a one of the spy's invisibility watches, but what it would do is it would essentially passively regenerate the invisibility meter if you were standing still, so you can actually stay invisible indefinitely if you move around slowly enough. So that's definitely opens up a lot of possibilities when you're playing as the spy in Team Fortress 2. The sentry turrets do normally target automatically Copper Nicholson, but they have a limited targeting radius. So, and oftentimes there are many choke points in Team Fortress 2 where your sentry turret's targeting radius will be out of range of, let's say, people with missile launchers or snipers or things like that. And in situations like that, it is actually better to manually aim the sentry turret with the Wrangler, because you can actually, your limitation at that point is just what you physically can see, not what the range limit is on the sentry turret's targeting AI. Let's see. Well, Copper Nicholson, you have to remember, if you're Team Fortress 2 is an objective-based game, so the idea of saying encouraging camping is kind of irrelevant, because your goal, if you're the defense team, is to defend a point. So if that means staying in one general location and patrolling around, then yeah, that's what you should be doing. Alright, so think about how to do this. I'm actually gonna have to dig into the code real quick. How do I calculate which tab is open? Nope, there's the manifest, right there. Anyway, what's your favorite item in Team Fortress 2, Copper Nicholson? Alright, so just change the animation sequence directly. There's no, like, calculation to it. Ah, you like that. I was never much of a fan of the mini sentries personally, because I didn't think they had enough health to be useful, but I can understand if you're going for trying to play the battle engineer. Alright. Oh, you use the Frontier Justice, I see. Well, that's certainly a strategy. I was more of a fan of the Widowmaker personally, because as long as you were accurate, you could continuously fire that, that thing indefinitely, and that could be extremely helpful in situations where you have multiple opponents coming at you at once. So I would gladly take sustained DPS over one massive burst of damage any day. But that's just my playstyle. There are many ways to succeed in Team Fortress 2. Well, that's my point. It's a very high risk, high reward weapon, Copper Nicholson. So it's all about trying to make sure you use it in situations where you're being overwhelmed. So you have to be very accurate with it. But as long as you're accurate with it, then it's worth it. All right. So first things first. Okay. All right. Nice for dropping by, Copper Nicholson. I hope you have a good rest of your night. All right, we got that. Oop. 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 Good. Alright, now we have to go from there. Add in more stuff. Let's see here. Who was my favorite avatar character? General Iroh. How about yours, Copper Nicholson? Let's see here. Is that over there? Copy that. Paste that. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. I'm also really excited, chat, because off stream I've actually been doing quite a bit of drawing for potential level designs for areas after Heartwell and Heartwell, and that's got me really excited for all the possibilities. I also feel like chat the past couple of months, at least for Heartwell, have been some of my most productive months in a while. That's because I've been doing a much better job of really focusing on prioritizing making progress on Heartwell during my free time. The result is that I've been able to make at least some consistent updates and consistent progress. And that's really important on such a long-term project like this. Now we will copy that. Okay. That's okay there just to save that because doing that there took some time. Now, head on over here. Let's grab what we can. So you might be asking chat, why did we do all that? Why did we copy these over? Well, that's because we have to add in the pressing of the buttons here. This will be position 1, position 2, position 3, and position 4. And I'm realizing I don't think I drew a highlight effect for that yet, so let's do that. Alrighty. Okie doke. Got that. Got that. Oh. That explains a lot. Let's start with this. Alrighty. Oh, we have that. Let's bring that on over. Okay. That's one. So this first one is position 1, so we'll actually want to do the same for the others. Cool. Now we'll do things for the rights. Got that. Chat, I know this is just UI for a settings menu, but I'm so excited about this, chat, because it's finally working on something that's actually new truly new as opposed to a rework. It's been like, I've been working for many months on the screen resizing rework and then the fonts rework. So now that we're actually working on something that's actually new and adding to the game as opposed to improving upon what's already here, that's got me excited. All right. Grab that. Oh, whoops, wrong one. We want it over there. Cool. 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 finally, the one on the right. Cool. Alright. So we have that implemented. Now there's one more group of buttons, well, two more groups of buttons we'll have to implement, so that should be these buttons up here, the return to main menu button and the exit game button. Alrighty. Grab those. And we'll make our adjustments. Alrighty. Yeah. Looks like we got all that. Looks like we have all that. Cool. Alrighty. Now we have those buttons. Let's make additional animations 2 and 3. Yeah. Good. Gamble that. Okay. Yeah. Grab that. And to speed things along, that. And this is for when that return to main menu button is selected. There's this third one. Will be for when the exit game button is selected. Cool. Now we press OK to save that. And I'll just run the frame rate real quick to make sure that nothing broke. All right. So far, everything looks correct. All right. Put that in place. I think our next task is gonna be, well, I'm actually gonna take a quick bio break to chat, and when we come back, we'll continue doing stuff with our new menu tab. So, don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back. Alrighty, yeah, welcome back everyone. So now we are going to continue with our setup for our menus here. I think what we'll do next is copy on over stuff from this frame to the other frames. So we'll do that. First we'll copy that. We'll go to the central well. Paste that. Lower well. Paste that. We'll go to the depths. Paste that. That's the test frame. We'll copy that. Go to the central well. Scroll down to climbing. Paste that. Additional animations 1. Two, and additional animations 3. One. Okie doke. Cool. Grab that. Da 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 da. Alright, copy that. Go over here. Paste that. Paste that. Cool. Back to the test frame. Got a couple more to bring on over. Copy that. All right. Yep. Over to the test frame, save that. Pasting that. And pasting that. All right, 3 more. Copy. Paste that. Yep. Paste that. That. Wait a minute. I see that there has been an error. Whoops. The menu shifted upward. How did that happen? Oh boy. How did that happen? Well, guess we have to do a lot of that over again. Gosh darn it. Actually, maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe there's a way I can... Well, first I'll have to adjust it here. Okay. Into the test frame. Better. All right. Okay. Ow. Alright, there we go. Ready? That's that. Now it fits the rest. Copy that. Also, chat, this is our jam. Our jam has returned. There we go. Copy that. Hello, Quinn. Thanks for dropping by. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to menu editing. So, while we've copied over our artwork for this new menu for the most part, I did accidentally end up shifting it up by 1 pixel, and now I have to edit it all again. But that's okay. Yep. Not to worry. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. It's just kind of funny that that happened. All right. So, how are you doing tonight? What's new in your world? Yes, we're working on this new menu because we finished implementing both the can images be locked in place? I mean, yes, they can, but what does that have to do with anything? All right. Cool. There's that. Okay. All right, that's the first one. Would stop them from moving a pencil. So the thing is, if you looked very closely at the top, you see that it's everything shifted up except the outline, so it's not as simple as just locking things in place. I have to actually do some edits here. That's all right. No worries, though. It's not... It's not particularly difficult to fit, so it'll just take some time, that's all. Quinn says you're concerned if you should make Christmas turkeys for the family. Do you like Christmas cookies? I do like Christmas cookies. Especially sugar cookies with sprinkles. Those are always quite good. See here. Do that. When asked, do I like cashews or hazelnut pieces in my cookies? I actually prefer neither. I like to keep it more sweet rather than including various types of cashews or anything like that. So just, you know, simple sugar cookies with sprinkles is personally the way I like to go. But everyone's different. Everyone has their preferences. Ready? Grabbing that. Placing that there. Nice. And then we'll move this over here. And we'll only have to do that for 2 more directions. Then we copy things over to the other frames. And we'll be in a good spot. Twin says, pixel graphics seem so cathartic. They are in a sense. There's something cathartic just about creating in general. Pixel graphics are satisfying because they definitely give off a retro feel. So yeah, I got all that. We'll do the next 2 directions. Let's see here. Now it's this direction. And right now, these different directions and frames, animation groups are for the different button combinations. And this will help us optimize and save on using some objects in order to make the game, at least in principle, be a bit faster by using fewer objects. All right. Okie doke. Cool. Okay. Very good. And next. Alrighty. One more direction, chat. Alright. Now, the adjustments. Alrighty. We'll bring this on over. Alright, and boom, we have ourselves our different button and menu combinations on one frame. Now, we just need to bring that all over to the others. So I wonder, is there a way to just copy everything. No. Alright. No, one at a time it is then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Actually, there's something I could try. What would happen? Frame 4. If I grab this and I copy it over to a different frame where it clearly has different data, what would happen? It's a different object. Okay. No, not doing that. Let's see here. Okay. Copy. Paste. Test frame. That's climbing. Climbing. And climbing. Climbing. Then we'll do the next one, which is crouch down. Okay. Okay, there it is. Crouch down, crouch down. And crouch down. Okay, only a couple more, chat. Next up, we have stand up. Copy that. And stand up over here. And stand up over here. Looks good. 3 more, chat. Additional animations 1. Additional animations 1. Additional animations 1. No, that's nice. Quinn asked, "Do I see the ads?" I do not see ads simply because I think I don't see ads because I'm the streamer, and therefore I have a view of the stream. Also, I think at least some ads are probably tailored to different people depending on their browsing data. But that all depends on however Twitch handles its advertising. Okay, so next up we got additional animations 2. Yeah. Animations 2. Like Quinn says, we see the ads at the side of the stream, and right now has a very fluffy brown and black cat in a Christmas hat. I see. Well, it is that time of year where all the holiday ads appear. This is the last one to copy through the other frames. Okay. Cool. And with that, chat, we finally have the new UI. At least the art itself is in the different frames. So we'll make a note about that and then begin to wrap things up. So let me just take care of that real quick, chat. All right. So we have copied that over. I'll leave these for later. All right. Just a quick note. We have stand up. Quinn says, "Thanks for the stream, Thomas. Have a wonderful holiday and a happy New Year." Thanks, Quinn. I wish you. I hope you have a wonderful holiday and a happy New Year as well. Thanks for dropping by. We'll be wrapping up here soon. I'm just writing some notes to help make it easy to remember the programming logic later. Increase the sound effects volume. Which combination of All right, so we have All right. Note, the previous section contains programming logic for the selected. Alrighty. I think that'll do for tonight. So, if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to stick around for a rate. But if you're watching on YouTube and you like what you saw, please consider subscribing on YouTube. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. You can always change your mind later, and it's a great way to show support. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you have an amazing night.